What's up, everyone?
What's happening there, buddy?
We trust you're well. We just finished our Bible study group, Driven Duos.
Which I showed up late to, but had good calls. Because Journey had a soccer game.
It got rescheduled.
Got rescheduled. But long story short,
Tonight was all about contentment, and he came in late and was like, I need to be content with the traffic that I just dealt
you
with.
see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
He rolled right into the flow. But it's about chasing contentment. And the struggle with contentment, and I can personally totally relate to this, is that you can struggle with contentment in the low seasons when you're chasing something. Like, I'll be content when I get there, or when I get that job, or when this happens. But as soon as you get there, you're out of that valley, but then you're still struggling with contentment on the mountaintop that you just said you were going to be content with. So the thing with contentment is if you aren't content now, you can't cultivate contentment in the future.
Yeah. And let's not forget what my main man Nick said. Don't mix contentment with complacency.
That was good.
That was good.
That was
because
good.
being okay in a place that you're not okay in is not a good situation for yourself. You know what I mean? And it's not always what God wants for you. It's what you want for you. You know what I mean? So
Good.
that's something to think about.
Another thing that was mentioned tonight is like connecting contentment with gratitude. That's huge.
Yeah, it's very huge.
And we are, the Bible verse is Philippians 4:6-13. So check that out and you'll see how this relates, because it's telling you not to be anxious about anything and everything. Like, pivot towards what is noble, what is admirable, what is true, what is thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So when you have these thoughts of like not being content, replace that with something.
Yeah. And no, we ain't talking about no turkey. Sorry, I had to throw that in there.
He would. And two, like the verse says, to be content in any and all situations. That doesn't mean you're content with.
Yeah, that's big.
And that's huge. Those
big.
two words mean two totally different
totally
things.
different.
So you may not understand a situation. You may not like want to be in the situation, and that's normal. That's okay. You can still have that conversation with God. Like, I don't understand this.
Yeah.
But in that situation, still find things that you're grateful for.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
We also talked about energy a lot tonight, which I love, because I'm all about energy. And what you put out there, like, you are attracting. And so practicing recentering when you get frustrated, when you don't feel content, when you're chasing something or whatever the case, just practice that recentering. So how to practice getting better at contentment, because everything is like such a mind thing and such a practice. The first one is practice the petition. So make or present a formal request to God, to the universe. Make this request to a particular cause. And you can't have contentment without hope. So no, you haven't reached that vision, because that's where I go back to, like this 20-year vision of mine. No, I haven't reached it after 20 years, but I still have hope.
Absolutely.
So that way I can be content now.
Yeah. And it keeps you hungry, it keeps you going, it keeps you moving too.
And it keeps you trusting.
Yeah. Facts.
Like something so much bigger than yourselves. 2,
Practice the pivot.
that's my speech coming on.
Pivot.
So again, choose your focus. If you focus on, I haven't reached this vision, or I haven't got that job, or this traffic and I really need to be here right now, then you're totally putting off that energy, and you need to like reshift, recenter, refocus, pivot, and choose to focus on, okay, right now this is what I'm grateful for. Right now I'm showing gratitude for these things.
Absolutely. I thought Wade did a good job with that too, with explaining how contentment is not a feeling, but it's a focus.
Right.
I mean,
that's huge.
That
Contentment
really
is not a feeling; it's a focus.
It's a focus. Yeah.
That's huge. Oh, and I also love this. Worship is one of your biggest weapons. So, like when you're driving down the road and you're frustrated or whatever, like just turn on the right music, turn on, like, if your brain can't do it naturally by itself. And he also said, people help you pivot, so choose wisely.
That's right.
Ooh,
That's right.
because Lord knows we've been around some people that was pivoting the other way, and
Other
we
way.
needed to go that way.
That way.
So choose wisely.
Yeah.
And the third thing is practice the present. And this is something I've worked on for the past year and a half, and I feel it's again just practice.
That's who I am.
Yeah.
All in all, I feel like that's who I am. You know what I mean? Where you've been the hungry, the content, I got it. Okay, what's next? And I was that guy that's just in the present, and we met. You know what I mean? For those two worlds to meet, it makes
balance.
it even. Lord have mercy.
But contentment in the future, we can't have contentment in the future if we can't cultivate it in the present. So again, if you can't be content right now, you're not going to be able. No. Let me rephrase. If you can't practice to be content right now, then how are you showing God? How are you showing the universe that you can practice to be content in the future?
Yeah.
Because it starts practicing right now.
does.
And if you can't practice it right
does.
now, why are they going to trust you to do it in the future?
We're talking about practice.
Yeah, and even in the hurtful situations, even in those tough seasons, and I can think of several tough situations in the past couple of weeks, in the past, whatever. Even in those situations you don't understand, like, cry out, and it's okay not to understand it. And it's okay not to be content with it, but still find things that you're grateful for.
Absolutely.
And so how can we put this into practice other than those three things? I love the ideas from the group tonight.
Absolutely.
One was, and I don't want to mention anybody's names because I'm not sure, whatever. But one was changing your password. So one member was like,
big.
yes. That was huge because we're always like typing in a password. He said,
Gotta see it every day.
yeah. And even if it's saved in your phone, like he was talking about at work, he had to manually type his password every single day. Usually on my laptop, I have to do that.
Everybody has to do that. I mean, when you think about it, anything that you got to log on digitally or on the web, you got to log in.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So he changed his password to something that was a reminder, and it was like trust and faith, or faith and trust, or trust the process. Anything to give yourself a daily reminder. I mean,
The trigger.
like, plant that seed.
Caught a thought.
Yeah, because the same mind that can catch a thought about a positive thing, a positive way to start your day, is the same mind, the same muscle can catch a thought about fear, about anxiety, about all sorts of stuff.
Not being bold, not wanting to face the tough tasks ahead, like asking a question to see when you can have the next day off.
Right.
Talking on personal. But you know what I mean? I'm just saying, you got to put it out there.
Ooh.
Hello, something.
So change the password. One member had gratitude on his arm, so a tattoo could work, because that just is another daily reminder.
Any image,
Boom.
any instant where anything that will help you, remind you. I mean, when you think about it, anything. Oh, you're looking at a football. Oh, you get in your truck. Oh, you let down your visor every day to look in the mirror. Guess what? That's where you
put that sticky note.
Bam. I mean.
And another thing I thought too, for spouses or best friends or mommy, daughters, sisters, whatever, get in the habit of an alarm can be set for every day at 11:11. That's manifestation hour, so I love that. But text them, I am grateful for blah, 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 blah. And then it's going to remind them to respond, I am grateful for blah, 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 blah. And then it's just going to change your whole vibe. And then the people that you work with is going to be transformed with your energy, and it can just fuel from there.
Yeah.
So I think that is the rundown.
That was pretty much the rundown
of tonight.
Yeah. And just remember, God is with me. God is for me. Or did I say that right? Is that what he said?
I don't know, but it's true.
Preach it. Go ahead on, Wade. Thanks for the message.